Hello, gaming tankers. Back here on Fisherman's Bay, a map that I wish wasn't in Era 2 or Era 3, and the M60A2, aka the Starship. This is sort of a small review and commentary over this match. I definitely feel like this is an intermediary tank. I don't recommend this tank for new players. It is, for starters, your standard round is heat, so that means you fire premium HE if you want to be able to do anything effective. Although the best thing to start off with is obviously the ATGMs. It has the same launcher as that is found in the Sheridan, which I prefer more because of the mobility, but the M6A2 does have armor, and I'm definitely leaning into that because I'm setting this up to take hits as best it can, because when you're firing the ATGMs, you have to stick your neck out pretty far to make sure you hopefully land the shot. Or missile. Yeah. Speaking of landing shot, yes, you have a very derpy but very powerful HE round. And that's where you might want to work on the accuracy of the gun, because it will... I get haunted by the derpiness of this boom snout, where my very powerful HE rounds go somewhere. Ooh, yes. I love flipping that WZ-122 and taking almost all its health. And that's the power of this tank, which it's very tempting. It is to play, but again, it's unique. You're not the most mobile of the medium tanks. Once you get the upgrades, I don't think I was fully upgraded in this video, but once you get the upgrade engine and tracks, yes, you can move. You're not going to be hauling anything, but you're going to move, which I definitely utilize here by kind of playing the center of Fisherman's Bay, because I know this map can cause teams to go either one side or the other, and just so I played the middle, trying to keep it moving. As you see, I'm now moving from one side of the town to the other. Goodbye, Bradley. I tried to do something fancy there. I tried to, I don't know why, but hook the missile in through the front while being on the side, when I should just slammed it into the side rear. And I got the engine anyways. Now here I've switched to the HE because it's quicker to fire, and I'm poking up and over that ridge line. And now that we're starting to have actual battle lines drawn, I don't want to stick my very large turret over that hill for too long, and that's why I switched HE. This is where the HE is important. ATGMs are good for mid to long range or a surprise attack, but even once you have launched that ATGM for the surprise attack, you switch to that HE, they load a little faster, and especially up close and with a lot of, like, the leopards, you don't have to worry about any funky, oops, I twitched my turret and now my ATGM's gone off in the wrong direction near point blank. Yes, it's a shotgun. Treat it like a shotgun. A video game shotgun, that is. I'm using it to engage targets at range that are gonna move also a little faster, although that doesn't really work, because again, aim and time slow, rounds are derpy, but it's either that or heat, which, yeah, that travels faster and has the better penetration, but again, it's heat, spaced armor, it's useless. I tried at the start and saved silver and tried to use a heat, but no. And that's the thing about this thing. If you don't land shots and cause damage, this could kind of get expensive. You may want to put on a silver XP booster there, and this shot always annoyed me from the second I took it, because the BMP2 had ran into a rock, so the only way it could go any direction it could go is backwards. So of course I aim almost for the pointiest part of the front. I try to support our Conqueror here, and I failed to do that, which was annoying, but as I have at least kept the center as spotted as best I can. Oh, speaking of spotting, yeah, you have the concealment rating of like actually there are some heavy tanks that their concealment puts them at slightly better than yours, maybe, perhaps. And it's kind of like, yeah, could you go away? You are detectable and we are not. I pop, I engage the squid defense, and I run to find a dip, a hole, a, a boulder to make my last stand. And this is the only way because I know we have it's 2v3. I whiffed that ATGM trying and failing to hook that into the front track driving wheel because that's the only real weak spot from the front here. And now I'm also trying to get in bottom. There we go. That's what I need to do because there's only a sliver on the FE4211 that on the bottom, the very one that you can work the ATGMs in, and I don't have the aim skills for that yet. And worryingly, we now have a T-72A coming in. I attempt to slam an AT-GEM into the fuel tanks and set on fire. Fail to do that, but do take out over 1,000 HP, so I'm not going quietly back to the garage. The bandit, my last surviving teammate, has joined me here and proves beneficial. This is one of those matches where it kind of went back and forth a little bit there, and we see now it's 2v2. It is Leopard 183 and an AMX 30, or is Benders? I can't quite remember, but it's yeah. Either way, it's like I don't want to get hit by either of those 105s. They will hurt. So I'm rocking back and forth here. I've switched to the HE mostly just because the AT-GEM will take too long to aim and fire and reach its target, so we're trying to go for the quick snapshot, sort of, or if I aim in, I want to be able to quickly launch the round off. But we're just working with this mound of dirt and boulders, and I keep poking because I need information. I need to detect tanks. I need to know what I'm really up against and where they are, and that's the frustrating part here because everyone's pretty covered. And like I said, RNG suddenly is like, yeah, snapshot, fire, your HE land, your HE lands to finish off that AMX. I couldn't believe that. I was like, oh, thanks. All those other aim shots useless. That's wargaming RNG. So now it's down to this Leopard 183. I am very worried because I am on a one hit, but at the same time, we're just I got to do something to provoke that Leopard 183, and right now I have used up all available chances on this spot, so I move just a little bit, trying to widen out our viewing arc, our detecting arc, finding a better line of fire. Leopard 183 takes a shot. That means there's a line of sight here, which is good, so just gotta keep working and try to bait their shot, and while hopefully not taking the hit, because I'm really praying the armor will hold, because the hull, the front plate, and definitely the turret can bounce rounds, but you never know. And of course, launch, arc it, and just leave that Leopard on a one hit. I take the hit, I'm doing my part. And now it all comes down to my teammate, who's in a bandit, and luckily for them, they have half health. The Leopard 183 is a one shot, so it's like you got to really screw up here. Like that Leopard would have to slam a Hesh round perfectly into an already damaged ammo rack to get that sort of one shot, one kill, but they don't. They bounce the round right off the bandit's hull, and they go in R1, R2, and good night, and back to the garage. So that's the M60A2 probably at its best. It is a great support tank, but I don't recommend it for new players. You might want to stock up on silver once you finally do come to this grind. You have to know when to switch rounds. You also have to be very comfortable with aiming ATGMs on the move still. I kind of still prefer the Sheridan, though the Sheridan doesn't have armor, but it's smaller and more mobile. And I know the M60 has fans, and I can see why. But Yeah. Leave your comments down below on what you think of the M60A2. Like and subscribe, and hope you keep your tracks on the ground. And the RNG is in your favor, but maybe don't play around premium HE. The derp is real.